Okay, I'm going to talk to y'all about this upcoming fight that's going down next year, next month, whatever you want to look at it. Is going to go down January 28th in London. Network is going to pop off on is ESPN Plus. This is Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde. It's a 12-round title fight at light heavyweight, and it's going to be for Beterbiev's WBC, WBO, and IBF title at light heavyweight. Man, okay, I'm a fan of Yarde. I was a fan when I first seen him jump up on the scene. I made some videos about him. They're pretty old, did pretty good numbers on it or whatnot. But he's a very strong core. He's a very strong man. I seen him doing the human flagpole. I made a video about him and that, and a while years ago. And the only thing that really, had him fall off, his first loss was versus Kovac, but Kovac was like. It was like he could have won that fight, in my opinion. The fight, he lost by TKO in the 11th round in August in 2019. And if he would have just kept to going to the body or went to the body and worked on the body since the first round, second, or even fourth, fifth round, he could have stopped Beterbiev. When he did go to Beterbiev's body, he put his arms down and he didn't want to do nothing. He put his hands in his pockets. All he wanted to do was guard his body, but he stopped going to the body. He started looking at Beterbiev's and trying to do other stuff, try to headhunt. And that brought Beterbiev's back in the fight. After a round or two, Beterbiev's was back in the fight, and he stopped Yarde because Yarde was tired. He was tired. He was dead tired. He got stopped off a jab. That's what he got the TKO off of. He fell and didn't get up. He was spent, just 100% spent. And at the time, I thought that Anthony Yarde was going to win the fight, and he would have won if only he would have went to the body. But the second thing and the biggest part of the reason why he lost is because at that time he never sparred. He never sparred in camp. He never sparred anybody. I did not know that going into that fight. That's why I picked him to win. I would have picked him to lose if I would have knew that. But times have changed and lions in the camp, okay? The man spars now, He looked good his last fight. He looked good the fight before that. You know what I'm saying? His last two fights, I believe his last fight was in November last year. And, well, no, it was, Jesus. His last fight was in November. And the fight before that was December of last year. He looked pretty good in both fights. He got a KO stoppage in the third and the fourth round of both fights. One an undefeated fighter, and the other one was a fighter 14-1. So he's doing his thing right now. You know what I mean? The problem with this fight, him versus Beterbiev. All right, man. Let me just say that he don't have the best defense. He likes using the Philly shell and the shoulder roll, and sometimes he'll wait until a punch is thrown so he can try to catch it, block it, and return fire. That's the problem in this fight in particular. Artur Beterbiev is somebody you don't want to start. You don't want him to start unless you are a perfect counter puncher and you can get in, throw him some hot stuff and then get out and without getting damaged up. Unless you can do that, I would not wait for Beterbiev to start throwing punches. I think Yarde Anthony needs to throw the jab. He has a good jab when he uses it. He needs to throw it like he means it. Don't paw with it. Don't throw it at don't try to tap him with it. Throw it at different speeds and throw it hard. Your jab got to be educated in this fight. All right, you got to charge Beterbiev a finder's fee when it comes to your jab. All right, and this fight is very important. If he does not do that, he's going to pick Yarde apart like he does everybody else. And when it comes to Yarde, he has a punch. This man can punch too. All right, Yarde, I think he's got knockout percentages at 88% knockout percentage. He has 23 wins and 22 of them are KOs. The man got power as well. And Artur Beterbiev has been dropped before, not by somebody as powerful as Anthony Yarde. So I believe this man need to go in there and slug with this slugger. You need to slug with this slugger. You need to give him something to worry about. And even if you get dropped, like bruh, if you get dropped, then resort to boxing. But Beterbiev still know that you got pop. You got to let this man know that you got pop. You can't be scared to throw punches with him. That's how he got dropped, because the guy, Caleb, I think his name is Caleb Johnson, I think his name is. He traded hooks with Beterbiev. His landed, I think both of them landed their hooks, but Beterbiev dropped. He's the only man that did it and threw punches with him. Everybody that is a Beterbiev's opponent, when he throws punches at his opponent, they cover up. That's what they do. They cover up. And Yarde don't have no cover up. He has the shoulder roll. He got the Philly shell. He doesn't really rock with the high guard and stuff. Like, he don't do that. This man puts one hand up and one hand down. He holds that pose. He'll see a punch coming and block the punch, and like, that is not something you want to do. Like, this joint's gonna look like Ugas versus Manny, when Manny thought that he could block the punch, and you blocked it, but your whole body went with it. Like, that is not gonna be, it's not gonna be a good look. And Yarde's my man, I like him. I'm telling you, I like him. I always have since I seen him. But man, it's real hard to pick against Beterbiev when the person he's fighting don't have the best defense. And as far as his IQ, you gotta have a high IQ in order to fight somebody that, when you don't have a good defense, a good shoulder roll, if that's what you're going to use, or a good high guard or something. If you don't have that, and I don't think Yarde has a good defense, you have to have very good feet. You got to be able to use angles. You got to be able to get in and out and attack by angles, get out on an angle. You got to be able to do other stuff. I haven't seen Yarde do those things. I have seen Yarde get in and out quickly. I have seen Yarde use angles. I have not seen him do both of them at the same time versus a power puncher. I haven't seen that. I've seen him play around in the ring with his food, with people that can't hurt him, with people that don't have his IQ. I haven't seen him do it against real good competition. So in saying that, I have no reason to think that he's going to win this fight by stoppage. I don't see that. And if this fight gets stopped, it's going to be because Yarde got stopped. And when it comes to winning on points, Yarde can do that if he uses the jab, if he boxes intelligently. But if he go in this joint and if he want to make a statement, you're going to have to slug with this man. You're going to have to let him know that you got power, so he won't just jump in all willy-nilly on you in this fight. And try to get at Arthur's body, because Yarde throws very good body punches, man. Like, I'm glad he took this fight. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad he took this fight. The light heavyweight division, 175, need to mix it up. Beterbiev got all the belts besides one, and Demetrius got that last belt. We need that undisputed fight. But until then, everybody that's undefeated or close to, or our name or in top contentions, I believe Beterbiev is ranked number 2 in the world, and Yarde is ranked number 9 when it comes to 175. So this is a good fight. You know what I mean? Both of them got good recognition. And I'm here for it. But I'm going to say that Beterbiev wins this fight by late stoppage, probably 10th or 11th round. Peace.